I'm like, I don't want to touch it. Maybe it'll break. I like seashells. My grandma had this one too. Yeah, so it was just, I used to work here, and it's like, and right next door used to be the Blackwater Roasting Company,
Mm-hmm.
which is owned by Rob, who was the original owner of Blackwater Cafe, which is now, I don't even know what they named it now, in Yosemite. I used to work for him. Yeah, but Dan Court came to town, and he owns the Court building, right? He bought up almost all of downtown after Phil Wallace sold it. Phil Wallace used to be the mayor of Stockton too.
We can't see you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go over here.
I don't know, do I want to be seen today? I ain't got no makeup on.
I don't either. None of us have makeup on. That's the thing about us.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hey, Prue. How are you?
I'm good.
Oh, man. So,
It's hot out there. You're gonna be roasting. I'm roasting. I'm dying.
so Lady T had to come save me because I lost $50 and I had no gas.
You can thank my daughter because she's the one who gave me the
she had to come.
My daughter had the $100 bill that I had to break.
Had to rescue me and bring me some money for gas, which is almost $7 a gallon. And
Shoot. That's right. 'Cause you have to get the high grade.
yeah.
Oh, nuts.
Well, you have an SUV also?
Yeah, but it ain't fancy like yours. It's a Toyota.
I like Toyota.
Yeah, well, German cars I think take more. They have to have I almost bought a Volvo and I said no because I knew I'd have to use high grade, expensive everything on it. Because their fuel injection system is like that.
She brought me a book. She brought me a really nice book. I'm going to read it and then I'll tell you a little bit about it.
And then we're gonna donate it to
No, we're not. I'm
library.
going to keep it.
Well, that's fine. I'm gonna donate mine then when I'm done with it. One of them's gonna go to donation because I said it, I put it out there on the World Wide Web. Like Gary Vee himself knows that that I plan on donating it. That's why I got it for free. Because they'd be like, okay, tell me what you're gonna do with the book and I'll send it to you for free. And the dude that sent me that one picked me out of like thousands of people that said they wanted it. Yeah,
Because you're special.
in the Twitter world.
We need some wine from Gary, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's got the empathy elephant or empathetic elephant.
Not that I drink a lot of wine or anything. Please don't get me wrong.
His wine goes. The
Wine.
wine he got goes to good causes. He works with the farmers. He works with he cut out the middleman. He cut out Constellation Brands out here in Northern Cal because he wanted the money. He wanted the farmers and the winemakers themselves to not have to eat up their profits because they're having to go through a middleman and for the customer. $20 a bottle. And it's darn good wine. I mean, that's what I've been told. I haven't tried it yet. Because you can only get it online. They haven't started. I don't know if they're going to. I don't even know if it's in the retail market yet or not. I've been asking around about it.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah, well, Trader Joe's.
But
I think they might be
I don't
using it.
have anything to give him right now.
What do you got in there?
I have some.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
What's really in here?
I have coffee.
No, I can't even use it. My mom, because I got them pods. Them pods.
Oh.
Yeah, I tried using this in a pod machine once. Oh no, it was like a volcano. it was coffee grounds going everywhere.
Okay. Well.
And the machine, I think it broke my machine, my current, because it started sounding like a jet engine. And pretty soon we smelled burnt plastic. Then me and my boyfriend going, oh my God. Oh, unplug the coffee pot. It was like steaming and melting. The plastic insides were melting. So there went my fancy coffee machine.
Well, I'll have to get you some coffee.
Yeah, it's cool. Next time we go around, you buy lunch or brunch or snacks.
I will. She brought me lunch.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I hear the one across the Mexican restaurant across the street. One of my favorite ones. It's closing. I heard they're finally getting ready to close their doors.
COVID stuff, huh?
Well, that, and I understand too that they're, if you've ever been in there, you'll know they ain't changed a thing since 1970, whenever it was they opened. They ain't changed a thing. I mean, the walk to the bathroom is like nightmare. You'd be walking back there going, and you'd be like, tell me to go to the bathroom, and I'm like, never mind. Yeah, it's a little hairy getting back there, but nice family.
So
Right.
I went,
They're talking about closing their doors finally. It was not just COVID, it's just time. The quality's gone down too, so I think they have a different color. I know, but
there are neighbors.
I know there are neighbors, but unfortunately, other people in the restaurant business, I talk to. But I guess that's what's going on, is it's not as good as it used to be. I think COVID made a lot of that happen. People had to change their staff around, or they lose their staff and they get them back.
A couple weeks ago, I went panning.
Oh, did you? No way. Where?
I can't tell you.
You got your spot.
But look, I went panning and I still had some. I took it out the car, and then I looked underneath my desk and look what's growing.
You kidding me?
I don't even know what.
That's out of the dirt and moss or whatever you brought back from gold panning?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
This is
Oh my gosh.
You see that little speck right there?
Yeah. Barely.
Barely, but hey.
Yeah, it's a speck. You'd be like, Horton, here's a who? There's a speck. There's a speck. Don't you hear it? Don't you see it?
Yeah.
I love that movie. Yeah, Horton, here's a who? The big elephant. And Whoville. And Whoville is like on the speck, which is on the flower.
But there's this tiny little speck.
Oh my gosh.
Well, see, look, you can see just a glimmer. That's dust.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, it almost looks like fuzz. Maybe like the gold fuzz.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Negative.
I didn't go pan. I'm
negative pennies, but you can see that. You can see this.
You know where some of the best places to go panning are these days? Up in the Burn Scar. Up in Paradise and Oroville and all that whole area up there.
Oh, yeah.
Because of all the burning and erosion that they couldn't contain it. So a lot of crystal mines and a lot of gold has just been like, because of all the other stuff burned up, right? So you got all your brush and everything burned up. You've got all this area that's just been razed by fire and bulldozers and storms, right? And it washed away all the crud on top. And there's literally gold, and I'm talking crystals this big, ginormous, and they're gorgeous. Yeah, like that. Yeah, I haven't seen anything quite that pretty yet. But once it's in, like embedded in, trying to get it out and still have it be intact like that is very difficult.
It was bigger than this.
Yeah, because they actually are very strong, but if you don't cut it right, they crumble, they fall apart. I'm not kidding you. Yeah, go up there, anywhere up there where the burn scar is, where it's burned in the last, Chico, Orville, all the way
a road trip up there.
Yeah, because I know some of the areas to go to. Yeah, I've been there. There's a place, we gotta have 4-wheel drive though for one of them, girl.
You have 4-wheel drive?
Nope.
Your car is not 4-wheel drive?
No, a little mini SUV ain't got nothing else. I got a tape deck in it. That's all it is. They put a new stereo in it. They didn't think to put anything, like got a CD player too. But tape deck, I don't even know if it works. I don't think anybody has. They're going back to vinyl now, right? Vinyl's cool again, right?
Well, I heard about that.
Yeah, vinyl's, most groups.
So if you have any, it's worth money.
I got a ton of it, but it depends on the artist. I got a big stack this big. I'll tell you the story about my Elton John album one of these days. It turns out it belonged to a lady that I was working with the California Department of Franchise Tax Board, sales tax. I was talking on the phone, I'm emailing back and forth. All of a sudden, I call her up and I email her and I said, "Hey, I got a question for you." I won't say her name.
Don't say her name.
She's retired now.
Don't say her name.
Anyway, so I'm talking, and I said, I found this stack of vinyl, like all by itself, right? Me and my daughter. And then there was like some kind of like attaché bag, like almost like somebody ripped something off and they were trying to hide it, or they just ditched it. All I know, we were feeding these stray kittens during COVID at like the local, mini golf funland place. We were feeding stray kittens, but it became like a once a week thing for me and my kid. And because everything was closed up. And the kittens eventually started getting to know us, so it was great. They'd expect food from us whenever we drove by. And I'm like carrying these vinyl out about this stack, the big stack. Turns out the Elton John album had her name on it.
That's
Same exact name.
funny.
Her last name is very common, very common. So I'm like, "Is that yours?" She said, "I don't know, send me a picture." And she shot me back and she says, "That's mine. How did you get it?"
How did you get it?
Right from that stack of albums vinyl I found in the bushes when I was seeing the kitties. Yeah, I looked around and I asked a couple homeless people around there and a couple other businesses that are close to it. "Hey, you know anything about that?" "No, man, we don't know. We didn't even know it was there, but hey, might as well grab it before it rots, or gets damaged." I took it to Rasputin Music, and only like 3 or 4 of them were worth anything. So I got maybe like $7 out of a couple of them. That was like 2 years ago when COVID first started. But the Elton John album belonged to her. She said she used to have to write her name on everything because her sisters would take it and tell her it wasn't her. Yes. And you know, it's funny, this is the kicker. She's good possibility she's younger than me. I think you're younger than me, Summer. I keep thinking the same age. I assume that.
No.
I'm not telling my age.
I'm not telling my age, but I think I'm older than you. I'm older than probably both of you.
Well, we're the same sign, I know that.
Yeah.
You and my daughter.
Nurse A over there is, I'm older than her too.
Okay. Well, either way, it was an album from like the early 80s, maybe. I think it was his greatest hits or something like that. And it's her album, so I'm still holding her. She said she was going to get hold of me after she retired because I couldn't send it to her while she was still working at the Franchise Tax Board because there's a rule about that, you know, to eliminate bribery or any sensitive impropriety, right? I'm like, okay, I get that. So I'm still holding on to it.
She does radio. You wonder how she flows the way she flows, and there's no stop to her flow. She does radio. She's been doing radio for a long time, and she's got the gift.
Just don't catch me on a day where I've been to the doctor and they done shot me up with anything, because that was the worst show I ever did. Woo! With the bully diva. She was like, yeah. I'm like, you know, I knew I should have rescheduled this. I bombed out big time. I was sitting on the floor. I had a gyno procedure done that day. Thank you. And I'm all doped up and worn out and tired. And I'm like, yeah, can we cut this short, please? She's like, no problem. People were dropping off the live feed. They were dropping off while I was talking. And then longer. She said, we're losing people here. We got to cut this short. I'm okay. Nice talking to you. She's still, one of my buddies, but she hasn't asked me back.
Call her.
Oh, yeah.
You should call her.
Yeah, there's a lot of my colleagues I lost touch with. LinkedIn got hacked and COVID, made things a little more difficult.
But you know what? COVID has created some millionaires.
It's created a lot of other things too. I mean, like kids flunking out of school, suicide rates going up. Yeah, it's bad. I've been talking to the school administrators in my daughter's school district, and they're like, no, it's not just your kid.
It's a lot of kids.
It's a lot of kids.
They're suffering the most.
Oh yeah, because they went from regular school to middle school, or to back to homeschool basically.
Mm-hmm.
Teachers weren't exactly engaged, and then they go back to regular school, and it's like they don't even know what time it is, much less how to act. And they're like, all of that. They're having to hunker down and actually do homework. Can you imagine trying to do homework? You're trying to do work while the teacher's on their phone, and the kids are just sitting there on hold, right? And my daughter's like, "There's 20 minutes left of class. Is there anything else that we need to be doing?" The teacher's like, "No. Can we get on our phones, teacher?" No. And so the teachers weren't engaged either. And now there's short teachers, and almost all school districts across the United States, I understand, have either shut down their bus system, or they're so short-handed that a lot of kids have no transportation to school now.
And they don't have electives like music.
Yeah.
And sports.
Yeah.
The way they used
to. Well, they have music at my daughter's school. I don't know about sports because she's in between. She's in middle school, getting ready to go to high school this fall. But
that quick? She's getting ready to go to high school already?
Yeah.
She was just 11 years old not too long ago.
I know, right? Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, she's 14 now. You know what, though? I mean, the thing with me is I don't even know what classes she picked. They let the kids pick their classes before the parents even get a chance to get on board. And I'm like, okay. That's why I'm getting the IEP and, the doctors and counting. I'm trying to dial her in, make sure she gets in the right classes. I mean, you know how much of a failure a kid can feel like if they're in over their head, if they've chose the wrong classes or whatever, and they don't get properly assessed. I mean, trauma, PTSD, ADD, ADHD, when your child is hit with anything like that, not to mention the COVID messed a lot of kids up,
Yeah.
Have you guys noticed that the whole
She's got some brilliant children also.
Yeah,
Really.
but it's like their knowledge and everything, they got apathetic. The teachers got apathetic, you know?
Mhm.
I mean, everything just, I mean, I don't, honestly, if it wasn't for COVID, I don't think that would be a problem right now. Not as big a problem as it is.
Mhm.
But the whole gay and lesbian community, 'cause I always get tongue tied when I try and do the acronym or whatever, I always get tongue tied, so I just say gay and lesbian, it's not a problem. That has become like, I don't know about a fad, but it's epidemic. It's at epidemic numbers and rates. That kids these days in the preteen age groups are, having all these, every time I turn around, there's a new term, pansexual. Was it demi? And my daughter was in a poly. I'm like, what does that mean?
What is poly?
It's polyamorous, so more than two people. So three
Wait a
or
minute,
more.
back up.
And they don't necessarily have to be female or male, because pansexual, you're happy with whatever sex, you just want to have connection and have a relationship with somebody, another human. So our children are craving human contact so badly
They've been deprived.
that they're going, and they're teaching it in schools. And before they even ask me and ask how I felt about it, the school wrote her preferred name that she made up on her chart. So her teachers are all like, okay, we'll call her this name instead of her given name. And she tells me my given name that I was born with, that's my dead name, Mom. I prefer if you call me this. What? And here I am talking to school psychologist going, you could have given me a heads up that my kid wanted to change her name. They're going along with it. Not only about private schools, but I know public schools are. They're teaching stuff in public schools that at a very young age. I mean, even before middle school, they're teaching about
That's above my head.
Right, I know, it's just too much. I mean, honestly, it's not that I'm not homophobic at all. Are you kidding me? Not at all. I'm the least person. Honestly, the men that I like the most are gay. That's my dad, my boyfriend. You give me a gay bestie any day over any of that. I'm not kidding. Because then you don't have to worry about all the complications. You know what I'm saying? Be like, you gotta find, every girl should find her a will from Will and Grace. Every girl out there, straight girl, should have a will. That's what I feel about it.
I think I'm gonna be quiet about this conversation. I don't wanna
Yeah, no, I just,
say anything
yeah.
about anybody, but yeah.
yeah, every girl should have her
In
will.
high school,
A male
I
person in their
my-
life they can trust.
my best friends, the guys,
Right, yeah.
were happy.
That's why, well, I mean, and that even.
Well, I grew up in the
that,
city. I grew up
Right. Look at, I talk to you all the time about, you looked at me, I remember you looked at me one day and you said, how many brothers do you have? I said, well, legally none. Because I grew up, I got along better with boys. They always protected me. They'd watch over me, like, especially if they're older. I never dated any of them, never. And to this day, when I see them, if it's been 15, 20 years, I haven't seen them, they got my back. Brothers, too. Oh, yeah, you're talking big, tall, football player looking dudes. Anybody messing with you? You just find us and give us a call.
What? There's nothing in there.
Oh, dude, is that your caffeine for the day?
I need some more caffeine.
You got your coffee there.
I have tea. I have a whole lot of tea. We just need to get some water for it.
I've been trying to switch over to green tea instead of soda and all that,
There's the green tea.
Oh my gosh, I thought I saw one. Yeah, it is. I don't know. It's confusing for me because you need a whole them little books for dummies with yellow and black things. Yeah, they need to be selling those in dollar stores for the for us, for everybody that doesn't know all the terminology that keeps changing like every day for the community, for the gay and lesbian community. Because most parents look at me and the same as me. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm throwing all that stuff out there. They're like, do you know how to explain it? Not really, but that's what my daughter says she is. Huh?
At 14?
She's been thinking about it for about 1.5 to 2 years. But she's got friends as young as 8 years old that decided that's the way they want to go. But then again, too, knowing the ones that that are they're trying to go that way. What did you do?
I don't even know. There is this, we were talking about it, there is this good movie I watched on Netflix.
Which one?
It's called Good Wives. Good Wives Club? Good Wives.
Oh, yeah, I heard about it.
Oh, it is good. And there's a little kid that's 10.
Right,
That's you think she's a boy.
right, gender identity issues.
Right, but she's really a girl named Sadie. But I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
I
watching
mean,
that
you know how many
Netflix
family shows
series.
they have on now that it was like, there's one where it's like, there's a pretty big family. And the youngest one is like 5 or 6 and born a girl, but being raised as a boy. And then, you know, it's like,
There's some celebrities that are not even telling you the true identity of their. How did we get on this?
probably
How
because
did
we were
get on
talking, they
this
were talking
subject?
about COVID and stuff. And that, honest, a lot of that stuff is just, whew, you know? Like I said, they need to write a book. Somebody needs to write a little Bible, you know, carry around with us so we can keep up with our kids.
Today's Friday. I'm just grateful today for so many things.
Mhm.
And I'm grateful, I'm really happy that you were able to rescue me.
I'm grateful. I was able to get out of the house.
And bring me some gas. Oh God. You know what? I hid some money so well. I can't find it. It's not here. It's not here. I have.
I don't even want to.
searched
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say where I think you
But-
should check next.
Shut up. I'm sorry. Oh, that's my. Let me be quiet.
I had to tell my daughter the other day to get out of my gutter.
Oh.
She was worse than me. She's in a doctor's office, right? She's making these little out of gum wrappers, what she called bookmarks. I said, "What is that? A rocket?" She goes, "No." And the doctor looked at me. He goes, "You're just being nice, aren't you?" And I go, "Yeah." I said, "Because I didn't want to say what it really is in front of the doctor." Her doctor looks and he goes, "I've been around a long time. Not much shocks me. Nothing surprises me." He said, "Are you trying to shock me here?" I said, "I don't know what she's trying to do. She's just being goofy." I guess it's a thing that her and her friends do in class. It phallic symbol. I said, "What are you doing going all Freudian on me?" "Who's Freud, Mom?" "Until you know, you don't do that anymore." It looks like a rocket.
She's really,
Mm.
she's really shocking you, isn't she?
Yeah, a little bit, because you know what? I didn't even go there with any of that. I think we had, private school, so like sex education was really weird at a Christian school, you know, at SDA school. So it's like, so me and my friends, that was like sophomore year, I think. Not till sophomore year did they approach that. They called it health education. That's right? So they used to call it health education.
No, and when I was growing up, they called it sex education.
Well, they couldn't call it that in my school.
Yeah.
They might now.
That's what they did. I was Bay Area. You get,
Well, no, it's that's how Adventist church
You're
is.
so quiet.
I think she's taking a nap.
You know why? Yeah.
I'm sorry, did I say something I shouldn't have?
No. She has a tooth bothering her.
Oh, I got 4 of them. You mean, yeah, I got 4 molars gotta come out because my crown broke, and so now my teeth are all like out of alignment, and I have TMJ, so I grind I clench my jaw, I grind my teeth at night. I wake up in the middle of the night and there's like a chunk of my teeth, little, chunk of your tooth is breaking off because you're breaking your teeth. So, yeah, honestly though, right now it's the least of my problems.
I had to have a tooth fixed also.
Yeah, there's 4 of them, and they're like, "Well, we might have to yank all 4 of them." I'm like, "Oh God."
You gonna get implants?
They won't do it. No, the insurance won't pay for them unless you have to get unless you have 4 in a row, like a big huge gap. Then the insurance will not do it. I have Demi-Cal. I don't mind saying putting that out there. I mean, I'm glad that they're doing that nowadays. They didn't used to. With the whole government.
What are you gonna do with your stimulus?
Medical card. I don't know, because according to the IRS and according to EDD,
You don't have to share other personal information.
no, someone else already did it. I mean, don't even
Oh, come
Girl,
on.
fraud.
That's right. You did say
Mhm.
that. That's horrible.
Yeah, I know. I mean, did you see the article on was it Us Magazine talking about Jennifer Aniston wants to go underground. She wants to disappear, like crawl into a crack and go away.
She's so beautiful.
I know, but that's lately where she's at with her, with her
Right.
emotional state. And I'm like, I understand that. I get that. So many people, so many things coming at you. I don't know what her particular issue is, but me, I just want to run around and disappear because I want to change my name. I want to change my hair. and, and, and yeah, go ghost. I wanna be a ghost. Too much fraud, too much identity theft going on in my life
That's
for
why,
over 10 years.
that's why you are Lady T.
Mhm.
That's why she is Nurse A, and
Mhm.
have at it. You guys won't find anything. Okay.
Well, if they're smart like we are, they can connect the dots. I mean, my alter ego online.
Well, see, we haven't.
If you want,
We
I
haven't
don't mind.
disclosed who you are for certain reasons, okay?
I'm
We
saying,
have not disclosed the dynamic person that you are and what you're connected to. We
yeah,
just haven't.
what's funny is though, I have people that I've been connected to most of like for years. And they found me, even a church member just recently, that was my sign that I knew I had to go back to church on Saturday, this last week. One of the church members, she's a realtor. She hit me up on my app, on my site, right?
Reliable?
Huh?
Reliable? Oh, your other site,
Yeah,
Instagram.
yeah. She said, she found me on the Instagram, cause my name's not.
Don't. say
No, I'm
who
not.
you
She
are.
found me on there.
Mhm.
And I said, how'd you find this? You know, because we started talking about the church we went to. She didn't know that I went to that church. So she didn't find me, by my name. She found me by
Mhm.
my advocacy stuff. And she's, well, I found out about you through this church. I go there. She goes, so do I. I'm like, have we met? She's like, it's possible, like in passing.
Okay, I'll just say
It
this,
was
but I
funny.
won't.
That's my sign. That was a sign.
I won't say the
Yeah.
organization, but this lady opposes to, and so do I, sex trafficking of young girls. Stand up.
What? Say that? Oh gosh. Hello.
She opposes sex trafficking of young girls. We don't like young girls being trafficked.
Or boys.
Or boys. No, that's wrong.
Or anyone. Anyone.
But
Labor
I won't say
trafficking,
the
sex
name.
trafficking,
I won't
anything.
say the name because there's a lot going on.
Well, the Underground Railroad is something I don't mind talking about. You don't want to do it? You can take it out.
No, we can't edit this. This is live.
Oh. The Underground Railroad is no secret.
But don't say your organization yet.
No, mine no. But the Underground Railroad, and anyone out there wants to help with sex trafficking, you wanna put your 2 cents in, you wanna do something, go to Our Underground Railroad, OUR, online, and trust me, your life will never be the same again. You can't unsee, you can't unknow what you learned through them. That's one of the best organizations that I've seen. There are many others out there, but that right there, them and Ashton Kutcher through his Thorn organization, it's software that goes in the deep dark web. He worked on the Polaris project with the Polaris company, right? And then you're talking in the sky, satellites, drones, networks. I mean, massive. Then and his programming that he developed, software, it's in almost every major police station in the United States now. Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore started the company in San Francisco before they split up or after they split up. Anyway, they still stayed amicable. But before him and Mila got married, I think. I think it started in like 2014, but I didn't learn about it until 2017. I was watching Dateline one night and I was like, back it up, reverse it. Well, I want to hear this. And from then on, I'm on a mission. I'm like, yeah. And there's so many other, the more the merrier, when it comes to anything like that, especially with the children.
But don't say, because you've had some online stalkers.
Oh, well, in person. In person too, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
It's hard to go invisible once you've been visible. Once you've been out there, in the local news, in the newspapers or on the news or.
No, I hate old dirty bastards that's gonna go and grab little girls. I just can't stand it.
And they ain't all old. Sometimes it's, if you follow the Epstein case, students were recruiting other students. They were bringing their friends to him and Maxwell, his girlfriend. Students were recruiting other students as young as age 12. And lower. I mean, I talked to the lady. I
believe in.
I talked to the lady that wrote the book about Epstein.
I believe in chemical castration for people who have that type of problem. They little elementary school kids and then people that's underage.
Well, they used to do lobotomies on people like that years ago. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I think that's better than death penalty.
No, chemical castration, chemical castration.
Well, that's not bad either. Eunuchs. Isn't that what they used to do back in the Pharaoh's days in Egypt? I believe so.
I don't think the eunuchs were.
Or was that in Greek? Or was that in
So
Greece?
that's what eunuchs, yeah.
Yeah.
But the chemical way, you don't have to really remove anything surgically, so.
Yeah, but is that really going to change their brain wiring? I don't know either. Because, I mean, some of the people, they're prolific.
How do we get on this topic?
I don't know. Somehow I always do. But maybe it can be
Gary V, send us
Yeah.
some.
Send us some of your wine,
Send us
Gary.
some
We
of
need
your
to chill.
wine.
We need to chill. I'm trying to get him to broker a deal for the local wine show in April.
You know what? I'm not a wino, but a little wine every now and then is okay.
Oh,
I haven't even had coffee. Have I had a coffee today? No.
yeah. Oh, boy.
What time is it? I
don't know.
haven't even had a cup of coffee, but
Some days I skip it because some days it hit me wrong. It hits me wrong sometimes. Start feeling all jittery and weird.
hey, you guys, thank you guys for stopping by. But we're gonna go.
I like this because now I get you guys got the view, girl. You have got the view. That gorgeous smog and dirt infested
See you guys. Thank you guys for stopping by. Next time you'll hear from Nurse A. She's got a tooth problem. There is Lady T. You know who I am.
I should put my shades on with you.
Oh yeah, because this is a no makeup day. This is a no makeup day. I love you guys.
Oh, man.
Girl, you got the gift. That was 31 minutes.